welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Helen from Contagious Creativity, and I'm going to be doing a flip through of my creative daily journal. It is my January pages from 2022. I document what we do during the day and a few of my thoughts and feelings. It's more just kind of a document of what we get up to. So the front cover, as you can see, is covered in gonks. I was very lucky to have the Being Bethany Rose Advent calendar, and there were all of these lovely wintry gonks, so I decided to cover my entire front covers and back covers, my cover with these gonks because they're too cute. I don't really do decorative planning anymore, so the planner stickers were just going to not be used, so I used them in a decorative way instead. And used some of the washi tape as well that came in the advent calendar. Then when you open it up inside, I also used some more of the Being Bethany Rose advent calendar stickers to do a kind of like a welcome to 2022. This is what I'm going to be focusing on and a few things that I'm grateful for, etc. And then at the end of the month I just put what I'd accomplished during this month. Then the first day is more gonks. I swear they're not all gonks, but again I wanted to make sure I'm using the stickers that I have. One of the things I'm going to be really mindful of this year is to make sure that I'm using what I've got instead of just always getting new or making new. So I did a letter to myself and wrote what we did in the day, but also kind of how excited I was for 2022, possibly sillily because of how 2020 and 2021 had gone, but it was a new fresh start, so I wanted to document that. And I also stuck in one of the die cuts from my own shop there, and these are from my shop too. And yeah, so that's just a really kind of calming but pretty page all to start the brand new year. Then the next day we went to a pantomime. So I wanted to document it. Pantomimes are fun and bright. I used one of their promo images and I used lots of what's this from? Is this Jen Hadfield? I think it is, the Reaching Out collection, because it's that bright colour, and some of the ephemera bits because we went to see Aladdin, and as you can see their costumes were very colourful. I also got really into drinking this pucker tea. Me and my husband have been drinking a lot of tea recently. We were trying out some different ones, and I did a little bit of hidden journaling in there using a Project Life card that I just cut down. I like this little sticker from, it did say yes you can, but I made it into oh yes you can, oh no you can't, yeah, you get it. If you've been to a pantomime you will understand what I mean by that. So the next day was a day in the school holidays. It was when I managed to actually get up and do some yoga before the family woke up, which was brilliant. So I really wanted to include this Wake Up and Be Awesome sticker. I used some little rainbow moon paints in the background there, and then these mostly Heidi Swap stickers. We were supposed to be going to the zoo this day, but the children decided they wanted to play and be best friends all day, which was lovely. They really bonded nicely over the Christmas holidays, and my youngest dressed up in her elder sister's school uniform because she cannot wait to start school, bless her heart. So that was sweet. Then the next day was still school holidays, and we went over to a friend's and they have a cat, so I used these cat stickers. They are so hard to capture on camera because of this green foil, but they're super cute. They were from Pipsticks, in one of their collaborations that they did. I can't remember the artist's name, unfortunately, but yes, I had to use those, and it was a chilly kind of day, but I put all this is from Simple Stories. I think it's one of the wintry collections, but yes, they just had to go with the kind of cozy cats in scarves. Then the next day was the first day back at school, and it was a good going back to school. and Bethany actually wore trousers for the first time to school. She never wore them again. I did this as a process video, so I won't rabbit on too much about it, but yeah, if you're interested, that is up on my channel. The next day was a Mummy and Meredith day, so I had my youngest daughter. We went to a playgroup and she met her best friend there, and they're just thick as thieves, so they were doing everything together. These are from, I can't think of where they're from now. Nope, it's not coming to me. They might be, no, they're not Jen Hadfield. Anyway, I can't remember. So these are lovely. I love the colours of this. The reason I did this was because I have this picture of all of my family in bed. So I got kicked out of bed because the two children came in, and I went into the spare room because I just couldn't sleep, and they both ended up sleeping in with their father. And it was funny. So it's a terrible photo, but I just wanted to remember it. And then I had crazy hair here because my youngest decided to make me into a troll, so it then ended up like that, and it's kind of quite tousled and I liked it, so I took a selfie. Then we did some homework because Bethany got her first lot of homework because she's in reception, and she got her first lot of homework, so I just documented her writing. I go to the shop is what she wrote on her whiteboard by herself, which was lovely. Then the next day we went to Bluewater, which is a big shopping centre if you don't know, and we had a McDonald's on the way, and we got something from Fat Face. We got loads of troll stuff because the girls had some Christmas money, so they wanted to spend it, and they got princessy stuff, so I got the princess thing. This is from Simple Stories. Lots of family time, so I used a Laura Jane Styles, poppets, little pencil designs, shopping one, a coffee monster, burger one there. I used all sorts of different stickers on this page, some Bowler Bear designs, all sorts. But yeah, I used, the background of this is a piece of packaging that was from one of the children's toys that they got that day, and I just thought it was lovely with the colours, so I used it. The next day was Sunday, and it was a zoo day, so obviously I used some zoo type papers, and these are from Echo Park, and so I used some of the the paper on the background of this, so I used that to sort of mount the pictures. This is one of my printables, and this is from L&B Designs. So that, and this was from some random sticker sheet that I have no idea where it's from, but the colour kind of went, so I used it. Then, oops, missed a page. This page is on a process video, but long story short, I wanted to do a yellowy page, so I did, and it was mainly inspired by this drawing that my eldest did of my youngest. It's her, it's Meredith, so that was kind of the jumping off point, and so I did the rest of the page yellow too. I've also included a bit from my youngest's nursery report, which is lovely, and a couple of pictures. And then this day was one of those days where I had my little girl had a bit of a wobbly start, but I knew I couldn't do anything about it. She just had to experience it and do it herself, which is quite hard, so I wanted to just put that as the main image there. A lot of these bits are from the Peaceful Heart collection by Jen Hadfield, and then obviously those are from my shop as well. Yes, then the next 2 days I used Simple Stories sticker book, and I thought I had it next to me, but I don't. That's a bit annoying. But it's all about recipes and home life, and it was a really homey day where I was titivating in the house, making it look nice. I also had a lovely run, and the sky was so blue that I had to take a big picture of that, and had to catch up with my friend, which was nice. So yeah, lots of lovely things going on those 2 days, and it just had those homey, cosy vibes for winter time. Then it was another Mummy and Merry day, and I wish I had hair like that, but I have dark hair and my little girl has blonde hair, so I thought that kind of looks like us. That's a Jen Hadfield sticker, and we went to a gymnastics and she said she was a pizza lying on this. And I just thought it was funny, so I wrote it in Sharpie. I don't know how long it will last, whether it will last, who knows. I'm not sure about archival kind of quality of anything I use. I just stick it in. We did lots of gymnastics. We went into town to get Mary's passport photos done, and Bethany got her first library book. So I've kind of tried to make a kind of collage because there's lots of pictures I wanted to use and just spread them out. Also had a really lovely person say in Lush, give us a free bath bomb, because my eldest bought some bath bombs back on this day and they didn't fizz. They weren't from Lush, they were from another place, and Lush felt obviously sorry for her, so gave her those, which I thought was so sweet. But yeah, I think this is a page that looks better in real life than on camera, so it's a shame. And then we've got another day. This is another process video, so I won't talk about it too much, but it was kind of a family day, and I wanted to document the fact my husband was growing a beard. So I've got a really big picture, but there we go, that's that page. This is another colourful page. I was into lots of colour this day. On my run I went past the alpacas and they always come over and say hello, so I took a picture. And my eldest was doing some bird watching in the garden, but she basically just pulled up her beanbag, which is actually my old beanbag, and put her feet up on a stool and watched through the window, and she saw quite a lot of birds actually. I was also looking at old pictures of me, and I thought this looked really quite like my youngest daughter, so I had to stick it in. And this is really covered up because it's the girls in the bath, because they've been best buddies all that day, which was nice. And my husband was away, but I managed to squeeze in a bubble bath. That's from the Jones Way, if you're interested. And yes, so that's that page. Oh, this is Liz Harry, which I've used, I think I used it like 3 times in this journal because I just love this so much. Then the next day is a kind of, it's all one day, but it's kind of in 2 separate bits. So this is kind of about the day, about my little girl getting her vaccination, and she got a sticker. This is not the sticker, I scanned it in because she wouldn't let me have it, which is fair enough. And also she got a chocolate lolly, but then it broke. And she cried, and she'd been so brave when she got a vaccination. She didn't cry or anything. That I was like, I'm just going to buy you a new one. It was only £1. I'm going to just do it, which, there you go. And then this side is about things I'd recently finished. So books and the TV programmes I recently finished. So I've got Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. I feel like maybe I'm just a bit too old for it. I hear really good things about it, but it just wasn't my type of thing. Then I've got The Midnight Library, which was really good and made me really appreciate my life. Then this is quite a cult favourite at the moment, Stay Close, and because the same author wrote Safe, I watched that as well. And then The Salisbury Poisonings, found that really interesting because that's obviously real life. And yeah, I'd highly recommend any of those, to be honest, if you've got Netflix. Then the next day is another one I've got on, I've got a process video up for, so I won't talk about it too much, but I've got a little tip in for my first step because I'm going with Smile Direct Club to get my teeth hopefully straightened a bit, and also got a cool order from the Yay Makers. So this is a very pinky, purpley, yellowy page. Oh, and also this cute little penguin biscuit that my youngest daughter made. She had a sticker on it, and so I popped it in there too. The next day, oh no, this is the next day. Oh, this was a good day because I just set myself a target for number of miles to do in January to run, and it was run. It's very hard when you've got soft R's to say anything run. And it was with runner, oh gosh. Oh dear. Please laugh. I'm laughing. Don't feel sorry for my soft R's. It's fine. So I completed the goal that I wanted to get to on this day. So this was the 20th. So I still had another 11 days left. So I was really proud of myself for being able to run that much. So I made a big, exciting, celebratory page, and also used this Amy Tangerine quote, "Trust the magic of new beginnings," because it was like a new year. I had a new goal and I was really proud. Got these stickers. They are pip sticks, but I got them through Gretel Creates, and I got that order that day, so I want to pop that in too. These are my stickers, and I was really pleased with my drawings on these ones. They're kind of cartoony, but I was quite pleased with those, so I wanted to stick them in. And anything else on that page? Oh, this is from Nutmeg and Arlo, I believe, the washi tape. Yes, so that's that page. This was a funny day when the girls had their first sleepover at their nanny's house, and we built them new beds, although we forgot to buy slats, so we ended up actually driving all the way down to Lakeside to go and get some slats, and then driving all the way back, and we finished about 11 o'clock at night. So a wild Friday night there. I've also got this tip in. I thought it kind of looked a bit like blueprints, which is why I used that paper, and it has lots of pictures from the girls' online learning journeys, and I wanted to make sure that I included those as well as just my own pictures, because they're doing so much at school and nursery at the moment. And obviously it was a Friday and we went to gymnastics, because we always do at the moment anyway. Yes, then the next day was Saturday. We went out for my dad's birthday, and so I did a kind of family themed page for this one. These are all simple stories apart from the ones that are from my shop. I do tend to use my own dates and days just because I like the way they look, and I like the size of them, because a lot of other places they're a lot smaller, and I quite like them. I like to be able to go, oh, it was Friday, oh, it was Saturday. I've got the two different sizes that are quite good to show you. Big one, extra large and large, because they're not the small ones that are often on sticker sheets. So the girls saw their new beds, and that was lovely. They were so pleased. Bethany was super pleased that she could climb underneath hers, and there's a picture of Mary in her bed. I'm really pleased with them. I took pictures of both sides of their room because they share a room, and they were really super happy with them. I kind of wanted because it was the new beds, I kind of wanted it to look a bit bedroomy, so I put these photographs up here in the little light. There we go. So the next day was a day when we did lots and lots of homework, because my children are reception and nursery. The homework isn't kind of like sit down and do stuff. We do lots of like practical stuff. So we had to practice ordering numbers, so we had set up like a little treasure hunt. Oh, that's got a bit stuck. Treasure hunt around the house, and Bethany had to go and find all the numbers, and then she had to put them in the right order. And actually Meredith joined in, and she did really well actually, so that was exciting. And then we also had to practice some tricky words, so I got the girls to have a look in some books for the words, and so Mary was just looking for letter sounds because that's where she's at. And so I just wanted to document that. I am a teacher by trade, so kind of I love doing this kind of stuff, and I'm not doing it at the moment because I'm not teaching. I haven't taught since nearly a year ago now, so it is quite nice to do the nice bits of teaching with my children. And I did a bit more journaling underneath there about what I'm grateful for. And oh yes, this Mary was really tired, so I did a lateral flow, and she seemed fine, and then she was absolutely fine the next day. So it's all crazy. This is another process video up here on the channel, so I won't talk about it too much, but it was 2 days, a Monday and a Tuesday, and I did black and white pictures for these two pictures because they were taken in quite rubbish lighting and black and white just looks a bit better. So I made these two black and white, and that sort of inspired the whole black and white mandalas. These are up in my shop if you're interested, as are these printables and these stickers. So this is kind of very, yeah, there's only these hearts, which are ones I had from a really old Happy Planner sticker book, so I'm trying to use them up. Everything else is on my from my shop, which is quite a nice little thing to look back at because I'm a newbie shop. It was quite nice to see that. Yes, next page is just stunning. These are, apart from these two, everything on here, oh, and this one, which is mine, everything else is from My Green Cow. This was her January Patreon printables, and I say it every time, I just feel like you can't make a bad page with all of her stuff. They're just beautiful. So yep, I used those and it worked really nicely because I managed to actually sit down and have 2 hot cups of tea after school because we had some friends round for the first time, and they all played so nicely. Then the next day was, I felt a bit in a funk, to be perfectly honest with you, and I'm really rubbish with knowing how I feel. I don't know what it is, but my husband was like, "You're not quite right," and I was like, "I'm fine, I'm just hot," and then I realised I wasn't fine. And yeah, so this is kind of just a little reminder to me. I have tagged them on Instagram and I can't remember their name. But yes, I think it's something like Pick Book Illustrations. Did this in an Isabella and Us magazine, which is interesting because I've just mentioned in another video that I'm using something from Isabella and Us as well in my February journaling kit, so that's interesting. Then this, you may have seen me in a process video. I think it was when I did, was it this page? Yeah, this page, possibly. I wanted to use this because it was kind of new beginnings, new starts, and I couldn't make it fit because it was just too large. But I thought, oh, it works on this page and worked nicely with the orangey kind of, the warm tones. So I've used other warm toned I've used warm toned washi here. This is from Jane Davenport, and then these are both from Nutmeg and Arlo. The colours work quite nicely because it's probably from the same brand. And my eldest went for a play date with one of her best friends, and her older sister took some pictures of them, and they looked so grown up, so I stuck those in as well. Then this day was really bright. I used stencil underneath with some distressed oxide. No, it wasn't actually. It was a different kind of ink, Versa, something like that. So that's sort of, I just wanted to make it really bright and cheerful. I think it was feeling a bit cold and wintry, and I just wanted to be feeling bright. So I've used this lovely Liz Harry washi. I think it is the same one I used before. Yes. And it's because I had lots of stuff I wanted to document. I wanted to document about the fact Bluey is still going strong in our house, and I put this Imagine tape. I got this from Paper Maze, and she's using her little figures and playing Bluey all the time, my youngest. Then we went to gymnastics. It's a Friday. Oh, of course we did. We saw a baby. We didn't just see a baby. A baby came round. Someone I know. And we didn't just see a baby. Oh dear. And then after school, my eldest Bethany had been saying, "Please, can we sew something?" So we made this. It's sort of zebra thingy out of socks, and she is called Zara Zebra, and she has a very, very large bottom, but she is very, very loved. And I also popped this Pipstick sticker from Gretel Creates because we had I think it was our first takeaway. We'd had a McDonald's, hadn't we, further on in there back, but I don't know, sitting in our house eating fast food, and so I popped that there. and then I did a couple of reviews. I'm no good at reviewing anything, but I know what I like, and this is what I liked. I watched Made on Netflix, and I think this is possibly why on this day I was feeling a bit like, ugh, because anything with children, it just makes me go, oof, and I take the weight of it on. And then this Friday night we actually watched the entire season 3 of Afterlife with which is by Ricky Gervais. Amazing. Every series I am absolutely broken because it's so beautifully done. It's so very British. It's that wonderful mix we have, sardonic, I'm almost kind of humour through despair, and because you may know that we lost my husband's father at the beginning of last month. It's kind of got that rawness, where, you know, life is awful and beautiful and hilarious and tragic. So yes, both of them were very good programmes. So the next day is a whole page about Encanto, and also what we did in the day. But we are really into Encanto in this house at the moment. We've probably watched it about 4 times now, and we have the soundtrack on all the time. Me and my husband will even be singing it when the kids have gone to bed because we just can't get it out of our heads. So I put this, we don't talk about Bruno, but we sing about him a lot. I use some Simple Story stickers. These are from American Crafts. These yellow butterflies, as you might know if you've seen the film, yellow butterflies are quite important, and a cactus is also quite important in the film. So I have just stuck a few bits of those. This was from Paper Maze, and those Happy Planner stickers that I've trying to use up, and this is from Stick with the Plan. Oh, and this, I think this was from Gutter Creates a while ago as well, this lovely thing. Then next day we went to a pantomime, and it was Cinderella. Cinderella was actually a dark hair, but I had these stickers from the Happy Planner Disney collaboration, so I wanted to use them even though it was not the Disney version. I haven't trimmed the edges of these. I'll have to go back and do that. So this was a fun day. We had fish and chips. I felt a bit rubbish in the morning because I was I find dressing up and doing Encanto stuff all the time, and I was just like, I can't do any more role play. I feel a bit rubbish. Then we had a picture taken at the pier after the pantomime with all the lights and everything, and it was nice, so I printed it off quite big there. I also stuck some of the promo shots from the pantomime too. And then the last day was Monday, and it was a really cold day, but me and my husband were at home working from home, so I thought this from My Green Cow worked really nicely. And yeah, it was a really chilly day. The wind was insane. I tried to run and I literally got blown backwards. Then, because I had an extra page, I did my currently. I think I'm going to try and do this if I can, because it's going to be nice to look back and see what different things I was doing each month around certain things. So what I'm reading, making, watching, feeling, going, wearing, listening to, eating, drinking, grateful for, and dreaming. And again, I used the gonks from Being Bethany Rose here, and then just to tie in, I've used the similar gonks at the end and just did like a kind of January review at the back there. So that is it. I hope you found this useful, and I will, if you're not staying for the silent flip through, I will see you again in the next one. Remember, creativity is contagious. Pass it on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.